Hello, hello, and welcome, my Aquarian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Welcome to your 5-card draw, What Do I Need read for this new moon in Capricorn to full moon in Cancer, December into January 2023. I am your reader, Mark, Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998. I am the author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. It's available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box. If you click it, you can preview it for free, which is just really, really cool. On my end, you know what else is really, really cool on my end? I'm a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/drawingthecircle, a members-only subscription platform that allows creative types like myself to do all sorts of cool stuff, like set different levels of subscribers and the benefits each of them get. We got 8 different levels. Seeker, Human, Hero, Angel, Witch, Immortal, Mystic, God, Goddess is the top tier. All of my subscribers across the board get me every morning with an unlisted YouTube live stream link so they can chat with me. I do it over on the couch using my laptop, cup of coffee, bathrobe, talking about the day's astrological weather, magical applications, spiritual implications, always with a little prayer, a little blessing, a little meditation, a little something to send us on our way. And it is my favorite way to start the day, even though it rhymes. I'm having a lot of fun over there. All of my subscribers, by the way, also get all the extended readings, the part 2s, part 1 on YouTube, part 2 on Vimeo on demand, which I adore. But all of them, regardless, get the extended as well as the daily check-ins. I love it so much. If you're a creative type yourself, check it out for yourself. But if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon on Patreon. Trust me. I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. But most of my Aquarian friends, except for 1 or 2, you know, they just call me Mal. Hey, my aqua lungs, my aquariums. Oh, I forgot to turn the heater off. It turns on and off. It's right over my head. Element of air, figures. Be right back. It takes 60 seconds. It'll click off. I can talk over it. Shall we? If you are new to the channel, let's just get down to business. A 5-card draw is just 1 card from 5 different decks, giving you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, the new to full, December into January. We'll look at the astrology of that because there's a lot going on in that 2-week period, a Friday to a Friday. We'll talk about that too. These 5 decks also represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, and spirit, to help you plant a seed of intention, an element of fire. First card down. What you yearn for, what you burn for, your heart's desire, which is part of your sacred contract. That's why try and get rid of your heart's desires. It'll torture you. You got to deal with them. And the more of us who manifest our heart's desires, you know, the better the world gets, because that's just how it works. So fire, earth, air, water, and spirit, spell work, intentional work, law of attraction, who's he, what's this, thank you. You do you. It's to help you do that. Cross watchers, what you get out of this, you can get great understanding, empathy, and sympathy for the one you're cross-watching for. One would think the Aquarian. But if you apply this to yourself, magically, spiritually, whatever, you're helping the Aquarian and you're cross-watching for, and all of the Aquarians in the collective, because that's how holographic healing and all that jazz works. So let's look at this. New moon in Capricorn. Friday, December 23rd, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm in New York. First of all, it's a Friday to a Friday. Vendredi, Venus's day, love magic at a minimum, right? Easy peasy relationships, that kind of stuff. So in Capricorn, cardinal earth, something long term, durable, Saturn energy, boundaried, healthy, but slow and steady wins the race. Going to a 2-week period to a full moon in Cancer on a Friday. That's 4th house, going from cardinal earth, Capricorn, to cardinal water. Cancer is the home, is the nesting, is the even feeling emotionally creative and comfortable in your own skin, so to speak, your own home, your sense of home. But in between those two dates, let's take a look, by the way. When the new moon hits, also Chiron, the wounded healer, an asteroid, goes direct, and it goes direct in Aries. And I'm just saying, over the holidays, that could be interesting to watch. Just saying. And then, of course, Mercury's going retrograde in Capricorn. The 29th of December will go direct in January 18th. To obviously 2023, but before that, like I said, we get to that full moon in Cancer on a Friday. A wonderful love spell, both of them really good love spell days. January 6th, 6:08 p.m. Tripping over my own tongue. And I will say, in the meditation that I was doing in the breath work before, there was a lot of kind of throat stuff going on, so we'll see if that shows up here. Regardless, this is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Check your other signs to get more clues, tips, and hints about this timeline we're about to look at, or maybe you got 4 different ones going on, right? And so I recommend look at the titles of this series and see if you see repetitions. Yeah. In terms of words and symbolism, blah, blah, blah. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will. I'm going to do my best to serve as the Virgo that I am to my many Aquariums out there. I have so many Aquarian friends throughout my lifetime to help you manifest your heart's desires just because I love you. But, you know, the larger part of, I don't know, healing the planet or whatever, please take a nice deep breath. Oh, here we go. Let's see if we can have some fun. The shift from explanation to divination happens in the still point. Still point. And sure it does. Using the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. I call to the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers who are watching this video and receiving this reading. Beloved ones, what is the perfect spell fragment to help them refine, clarify, hone, tune in, refine their element of fire, the seed they could plant, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their heart's desire, this new to full December, January. Ooh, imagination. Okay. Element of air, for sure. Very third eye. Gotta love that. The spell fragment, imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. Now, this is personal for me in the use of the word divine. Once the word the divine comes into it, I'm thinking either, you know, pink flamingos, Bette Midler, or that I am a mystic. And once you bring the word divine into it, it brings mysticism, and mysticism is about mystery. So, you know, it's a little bit different than spiritual. Spiritual and mystical, it's a spectrum. But once you bring the divine in, it's a different deal. You're dealing with the gods, the angels, the celestials, the higher vibrational who's-what's-us, they're cool. So, quite an element of air for your element of fire, but, you know, I wouldn't say that your heart's desire would be imagination, but that your heart's desire requires your imagination. And I think you might be very well suited for that, but let's ground it. Let's bring in the element of earth, the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Salerno. If you have the rock indicated and you want to use it as an amulet, a talisman, a touchstone, a gratitude stone, a reminder, amulet away, a talisman toward. I love clarifying that for people. I have been for decades. It's nice to have it. If you don't have the stone indicated, you could certainly use anything. Clear quartz does everything. But pretty much every Aquarian I know, except for 1 or 2, has crystals in the house somewhere, some way, shape, or form. So the element of earth, the fuel to feed the fire, ground and manifest the heart's desire. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon my beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the north element of earth, hence the crystal oracle, beloved archangel of Lyons, archangel of nature, right? The animals, the vegetables, the minerals, all of it, and the archangel of wealth. Please, for the element of earth, what is the fuel that feeds the fire, the ground, and manifests the heart's desire, a sense requiring their imagination, this new to full December, January. Oh, snowflake obsidian. I was researching this tonight for a spell that I am working on. My patrons are most likely going to, oh, I know what it was. Oh, wait, no one's seen this yet. Along with these statues I got, one of my friends gave me an obsidian thame, darling. It's not snowflake, but I was looking up obsidian. I know it's pretty, well, gotta look sharp. Yeah, nothing like a little magical weaponry on hand. Not that you do that with that. Anyway, so let's look at snowflake obsidian. Now look, it's not the most expensive stone on planet Earth, but if you don't have it on hand, really, onyx, anything, a piece of jewelry, you do you. Use your creativity. But if you have a piece of snowflake obsidian, rock on. Thank you. Rock on with a stone. Yeah, my spirit guides are having fun with me. They usually do. Carrie Fisher in particular. Snowflake obsidian, empowerment, protection, ideas, which goes along with inspiration, and talents, all right? Empowerment, protection, ideas, and talents. EPIT, E-P-I-T. You have so many wonderful inspirations, ideas, and talents that to date you have kept hidden, protecting and nurturing them within the fertile and loving landscape of your heart and imagination. That's officially a double whammy, my aqua lungs. And rightly so, for the last few years have been like an incubation period, a time in which you have subconsciously been collecting creative fuel to be used at a later date. I can think of like 3 Aquarians off the top of my head where this is accurate. Well, that time has now come! Exclamation point. He likes exclamation points, Mr. Salerno. You will soon begin to express and empower your ideas and inspirations as you discover practical applications for them in the physical world. Technology. Just saying, most likely. It is time for you to shine, so don't hold back any longer. That's wonderful. I'm happy for you. Certainly am. A lot of aquariums confess to me. It's all under confidentiality, but you know, glad to be of service. I just want to keep that over because sometimes I forget the words. It happens. Sometimes I forget the alphabet. There we go. Empowerment, protection, ideas, and talents, just to reference it. Okie dokie. And by the way, snowflake obsidian is what it is, but obsidian itself has been used for scrying mirrors for millennia, for thousands and thousands of years. A little volcanic glass goes a long way. So just saying, for imagination, if you got it, work it. Let's get your element, the element of air, using the Healing with the Angels Oracle. 2 ways to do this. I find air signs enjoy this. One is whatever the words are. I'm telling you, look up the original meaning of words. Google, search it. Just, you know, ask your phone to do it. It'll probably speak it to you at this point, particularly if you're an Aquarian. Right, Alexa, who's what's is. You know, what is the original meaning of whatever this word is? Sometimes that makes a general read very specific. The other is that these are healing angels, and they're celestials. They actually exist. It's a long story. Taught angel stuff for decades, still do, as a witch. So, you know, they only come when they're called, and this way you don't have to, you know, search the whole inventory. You just ask specifically. And let's see, element of air to fuel the imagination, which is element of air. But air can exist without fire. Fire can't exist without air. So if you don't actually breathe into your imagination, you see what I'm saying? Please take a nice deep breath. Very verbal read. Still point. As I call upon the angels and archangels of air, the sign of Aquarius, powers of the East, beloved ones of Archangel Raphael, the Raphaelites, the angels of knowledge and healing wisdom. Please, one card in clarity from my beloved Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Watching this video, receiving this reading, the element of air to stoke that fire, to manifest their heart's desire, which does indeed seem to require imagination, in grounding that with empowerment, protection, allowing their ideas and talents. It's time for them to shine. Who is waiting in the wings with their wings, ready to fly in and help at their request this new to full December, January? Ideas and inspiration. Ideas and inspiration. That's a triple whammy, or at least it's a double whammy from imagination to snowflake obsidian, and a double whammy from snowflake obsidian. Two ideas and inspiration. I mean, come on. Imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. So there's a touch of gratitude in this spell, this intention. So keep that in mind. Duh. But what would the healing angels of ideas and inspiration be? Now, I don't remember the exact original meaning of the word idea, but inspiration is obvious, right? Inspiration, like respiration, it's bringing spirit in, right? It's being inspired. The divine spirit itself, prana, chi, whatever, Zeus, Buddha, Jesus, Zan, Jaina, whoever your X variable of the divine might be, spirit might be. But we're talking about divine ones here. So, yeah, it's time for you to shine. And you have hidden talents. And maybe you've been squirreling them away. Maybe you're working a job that, is not really your heart's career. I mean, I can literally think of 3 Aquarians off the top of my head. They're in that situation and I love them, right? So their heart's desires. But sometimes you get afraid of imagining stuff, right? Because, well, what if it doesn't happen? Why bother? And, the whole law of attraction thing burnt a lot of people because we get what we need, not what we want. And when what we need is what we want, it manifests, it shows up, we think we did it. But if we get what we want and it's not what we need, we think we did something wrong, and that's not really true. That's not really true. So what would the healing angels of inspiration do? Heal you with ideas and inspirations, as well as heal your ability to receive and manifest your ideas and inspiration with information. Oh God, I'm stuck in a rhyming loop. Let's keep going. Element of water, figures, element of air. The Whispers of Love Oracle, Angela Hartfield. I love her work. Her Whispers of Love of Lord Ganesh that I use in the 8-card draw shadow reads, the waning moons. They're just amazing. But for this one, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. So this could be a solo journey. Right, nothing here is necessarily saying this is a soul contract with another person, but could be. But it's the element of water, the heart stuff, right? The love. It's whispers of love, not the whispers of kvetch, right? That would be a cool oracle. I summon thee, O great kvetchness. It is the holidays. To put some juice into it, right? Love is divine power, the sacred truth of the heart chakra. Let's see what they got to say. Please take a nice deep breath. This is lovely. And I love you. Still point. Okay. I call upon the higher selves of all involved. 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. What is the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, insight needed for the Aquarian collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. Watching this video and receiving this reading, the element of water, the love that is divine power, the energy and motion that we experience as emotion, as divine beings and immortal souls on heroes' journeys in human bodies, the element of water to help them manifest their heart's desire, which doth require imagination, so that they empower themselves and they do protect their ideas, and they do, this one's really important, reveal and manifest their ideas and talents. Yes, there is ideas and talents, a back and forth between the fire and the air, which is good. The element of water, higher selves, this new to full. You got the F word, forgiveness. Nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. And again, that could be with other people or not, particularly if your ideas have not manifested the way that you wanted them to, or really you feel like you don't need to, or perhaps your current situation that you're in, particularly I know for some of you this has got to be work, right? It's like those disappointments, as sucky as they are, and honey, I have had a long career in magic, miracles, and mysticism really since the 80s. It's a long time I've been doing this. Lots of disappointments and heartbreaks along the way, which can really get in the way of wanting to imagine anything. I'm right there with you. If you've ever felt it or are feeling it now, great, right? I stared at a vision board for 12 days and nothing happened, right? Not the tea. This is not that. But forgiveness, all it takes is a small willingness. Good old Course in Miracles, man. I teach it as well as I'm still working my way through it, right? The alchemy, forgiveness is the alchemical element that turns lead into gold, symbolically speaking. Otherwise, the economy would really be very different. So nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments, yet if you can get those healing angels of ideas and inspiration to help you see it from the stratosphere, which is the Aquarian zone, fixed air, right, where the satellites are. Don't just pull back, go up, right, into your imagination. Imagination is a hallway that opens up into all sorts of dimensions that are actual realities, higher vibrational overtones, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, this very, very powerful read for an Aquarian. But remember, the ego cannot forgive. Nah, not gonna do it. The soul only forgives. No, it's all cool because, you know, we're all eternal and immortal. And the hero, the personality, which one you gonna listen to? Me. Right. There's a wonderful opportunity here for you to wax something, because it's your time to shine, but guilt is lead, whether it's towards somebody else or your own. It inhibits the light. So you alchemize it to gold and you shine. Oh, the metaphors. The metaphors! Oh my God, I forgot what I metaphor. Let's get that card of spirit. Healing mantra. Fixed air with mantras seems like such a natural, right? I'm going to fix my mind. I'm going to focus my mind on a mantra. The Macon healing mantra deck, to unify it, to charge it, right? The element of spirit, like energy, like team spirit, to bring this all together. Yeah, I'm going to go General Assembly on this one, because this could be about anything. Please take a nice deep breath. Last card down. Still point. Indeed, I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, and quite a number of you have shown up in my third eye POV. This looks like a graduation ceremony. Please, one card in clarity for the Aquarian Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and Cross Watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. What is the card of spirit, the perfect healing mantra to charge it, right? So they could take a piece of snowflake obsidian or something similar, whatever, cast the spell for imagination, call in the healing angels of ideas and inspiration, which that's their free will to do that, and certainly to see this all differently and do the alchemy, forgiveness, releasing past disappointments, because they may very well see how those past disappointments were instrumental in developing their talents, right? Every day is a winding road. We get a little bit closer. Wisdom of the crow. At least it's a bird, an air element. So please, all joking and kidding aside, because I love them all so very much, one card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra to help them manifest their heart's desire. This new to full December, January 2023. Untangling neglect. I take the time to give myself all the approval I desire. It is a powerful mantra. You may not feel it the first 10 seconds you do it, but you apply that a little bit and then imagine, kick in your, you know what? Nobody knows what you're imagining. Nobody knows what you're imagining. You know, you can even go all dark and whatnot and then forgive yourself. Sometimes that's called shadow work. Sometimes you gotta feel it and you imagine it. But it's very different than lighting a black candle at midnight with rusty nails. I mean actual rusty nails, not the cocktail, just to clarify, right? Your imagination, use it, right? There is so much an empowerment here for you, but the alchemy is necessary. And sometimes forgiveness comes like such a miracle. It's just like you see it and you go, oh, that couldn't have happened any other way. That was written, that was scripted, okay? Willing to forgive. And in that moment, the heart opens. And it's something that cannot be put into words. It's an alchemical thing, and it's a mystical thing. But remember, gratitude's part of this too. You could give thanks for the forgiveness as though it had already happened, but apparently that's scriptural. Whatever. This is a good read. All right. We're going to do the bless summation, which is a combination of a blessing and a summation. Essentially, I cast a spell. Somebody pointed that out, and yeah, but I just think it's a fun way to wrap it up, and the divine essentially sends the vibe through me no matter what the words are, and then I'll release all of you aquariums and you crotch watchers. Thank you, Molly, Real Housewives of Tarot. I'll never forget that phrase ever. Release you from my energy field, allowing whatever residual goofy is left in my energy field out to bless you in the world. If you want to hang for it, what the hell, please take a nice deep breath. Good read. Still point. Well, the gods are laughing as I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Aquarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. May my beloved ones be blessed with all that they need to manifest their heart's desire by untangling neglect. Didn't even need to read it from the bookie book, because they're going to take the time to give themselves all the approval they desire in any way, shape, or form that their imagination can conjure. And from that, of course, they will see things different. And this element of forgiveness, this alchemical shift, nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments, particularly when they call in the element of air, very air angels, the angels of ideas and inspiration, to help them heal their ideas and see this differently from a more unity, soul, divine place, which is going to absolutely tap them into great power and potential that has been waiting, that has been protected and may still need to be protected, but nonetheless releasing their talents and ideas into the physical world at some point, because it's their time to shine, igniting and using the infinite possibilities with all that they know and all that they've learned via the hallway to all sorts of interesting doors via the imagination. So, imagination now sets them free. Divine ones, we send our thanks to thee for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. So it is. That's how you cast the spell without screaming your lungs out. Although I'm Leo rising, I don't mind screaming my lungs out. Did you like it? It's lovely. Hit the thumbs up. Help other aquariums find it, right? We can put Sarah McLachlan music in the background. Please help the other Aquarians and crosswatchers find this read. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. The Divine won't let me stop doing this, apparently. So you might as well subscribe and hit the notification bell, because sometimes they go out the second they're done. Sometimes I'm scheduling them like over the holidays, so I get some days off sooner or later. And if you want to book me for a private reading, easy enough to do. Clients come first. I will juggle a recording schedule to take a client. There's a link in the description box called Booking a Reading with Mal. Who would have thought? Explains everything you ever wanted to know about booking a reading with me, but perhaps we're afraid to ask, because sometimes y'all can be shy and quiet and pulled back and reserved, but I like that about you. But if you want the deeper dive, you want to see the real freaky deaky, come Patreon. I'm having a field day there. No, seriously. The deeper mysticism, they get lots of stuff in advance. They get stuff that nobody else sees. And they get me every morning in all of the extended readings regardless. But God and Goddess, just look at God and Goddess and work yourself backwards. You'll see I'm doing a lot over there. So come Patreon on Patreon. I promise it would be worth it. And by all means, I love you, my aqualungs, my aquariums. I want nothing but the best for all of you because you are the world. You are the children. Well, your very hands across America, link pinks, you know. The best of you is that humanitarian, egalitarian, lovely social justicers that I love so much usually, but also some of the wackiest, wonderful artists I've ever met. I love you. Hang in there. Heal. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.